The big bound too long. Bob the whip so big can. Bob the whip so big can.
This is another episode of Full Disclosure from InfinityExist.com. This is going to be our first segment on lock picking, just one of many soon to come. What we're going to do is bump keys today. It's a simple way, quick way to pick pretty simple locks. It's a really quick method. It doesn't work on all locks, but it does work on the majority.
Alright, so I'm going to give you a quick overview on how a lock works. A little diagram, drew myself. Basically, a lock consists of a plug, which is the rotating body of the lock, a driver pin and a key pin. The driver pins are always the same size. Key pins are always different sizes to fit into the key values. Basically, when you put the key in, if it's the right key for the door, you'll push the key pin up to the shear line, which is like the shear line is right here with the plug, top of the plug, which will allow the plug to rotate and unlock the lock. Okay, so how a bump key works is you kind of like grind down the values to the lowest setting on a key, and when you put it in there, you put it in all the way to the end, and they pull it out one notch. So basically the key's like right before the last pin, the little spiky things that you ground on the value, so you get all these little spikes. And what you do is you hit it in, and with a little bit of tension, if you hit it in, it should be able to turn, because what it does is, it's kind of like billiard balls. What it'll do, it will knock the driver, or the key pin down, hit the driver pin up, and if you turn it, if you're turning it constantly as you do it, all the pins should rise above the shear line and allow the plug to turn, unlocking the door. Now we're going to show you just a couple methods how to make a key pin, or bump key, and then you can break into some houses.
Alright, well thank you Patchy for that riveting explanation on locks, and now we're going to show you how to make them, the bump keys that is. What you want to do is get a key that is going to fit into the lock that you want, because if it doesn't fit in the lock, it's not going to work. And get a key that you don't use anymore, because it will not work as intended once it is ground down. We have a few already pre-made ones that I'm going to show you here. But basically take a key which you're not going to use anymore. There's two methods. There's the quick, crazy, dangerous method that you can just use a Dremel. If you got a steady hand, you can do that. Or you can use the slow and steady method, which is a little bit more accurate. And I would probably recommend using this, because we've had better luck with that. The Dremel's just, it cuts too easily, it just cuts the key crazy, and you got to have a really steady hand to use it. But you can do that, and it does work. What you want to do is take your key and go to all the valleys. As you can see, all the valleys are different heights on this key, and this is what it looks like before you grind down each of these. What you want to do is grind down each of these little valleys, as you can see, till they're all the way down to this line right here. Okay, and after you're done, it should look a little bit something like this. Okay, so before and after, that's what they look like. It's really easy. With this, it takes maybe 10-15 minutes. With this, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, depending how careful you're being. And I'll show you how it works. So what you want to do is take your bump key. This is our little pre-made lock setup here. We got a couple locks here, just for lock picking demonstrations. Put it in all the way. Pull it out one notch, just like that. So you're one notch out. You can kind of feel like each notch with the pins. So just pull it one notch out, just like that. And Put a little bit of pressure on the way that you would open it, right? So just a little bit of turning pressure, and then depending on the lock, the amount of force is needed. So I found on some locks you need to hit it pretty hard. On some you want to just lightly tap it. And there you go, it's unlocked. Just like that. It's that easy. I'll show you that one more time. What you want to do is, as you can see, this key does not open this lock. Okay? Pull it out one notch. Give a little bit of turning tension. Hit it with something at the desired amount of force, and it should open. If it's not working, you grinded it down too much. Another thing you want to be careful is to make sure that your the little bumps are not too sharp. Otherwise, it will get stuck inside of your lock, and you know, that's no good because then you have to take apart the lock. So I'll show you that one more time. A little bit of tension. Hit it. Opens right up.
Alright, that's it for bump keys. It's that simple. Go ahead, make one, have fun. We call it. Look forward to our next lockpicking episode, which that shows how to use just a normal lockpick pick locks. This is Knox. I'm Patchy. That's it for our episode.
Take it easy.